What is going on, viewers of YouTube? Sunspot here for you guys. My review of the San Diego Comic-Con Summer Convention exclusive reaction figures, Great White Shark Jaws, and Quint Final Battle action figure. Now, we all know with these reaction figures, it is all about the box. It's really about keeping the figure inside the box and hanging it on your wall or on your shelf or wherever. But today, I will be probably keeping it out of the box so I can review it for you guys, and I'll probably display the shark itself on a shelf, maybe the box somewhere else. But checking out the box does say Jaws, Great White Shark, and Quint Battle action figure with movable jaw biting action. Does say reaction figures, nice artwork of the original Jaws poster. Does say Summer Convention exclusive 2015 by Funko, and by the way, Funko did buy reaction. Does say ages 14 plus, has that naked lady from the beginning of the movie. Does say Jaws. I kept this little tag or pull thing cover in because, you know, keep the white going on. But you can see the figures inside there. You do have these nice blood effects that kind of match the blood effects on the shark. And by the way, this is a variant because at Toys R Us there is one that doesn't have any blood, or Quint, it just has that little tank inside his mouth, which is really funny. But again, with that nice poster of Jaws, there does say Jaws, Great White Shark, blah blah blah. Back of the box shows a nice picture from the film with the shark attacking Brody to say Jaws, you yell shark and we got a panic on our hands on the 4th of July, one of the most famous quotes. And here's the rest of the wave and the other shark I was talking about, and doesn't show in on the picture here, but it does come with a tank, and it tells you to collect them all because they want your money. Now, I must note that this is not a collector-friendly box. I don't know why Reaction did this, or Funko, whoever is in charge of making the boxes, but make it so that you could put them back in the box without consequences. You could tell that it's on this very, very light piece of cardboard, and you literally have to rip it off. I mean, I used a knife to kind of scrape it off, but as you could tell, it did not go the way that... yeah. As for the figures themselves, this is probably one of my favorite reaction figures that I've gotten the last year and a half or however long I've been collecting them. And granted, I've only been collecting the Alien, the Predators, and just a couple others that I like from certain movies from the 80s, but this guy, this is the best. As you can tell, it is a 2-pack. I did buy this at Toys R Us. They only had one left of the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version, and the difference between this and a separate version is that, first of all, it does come with Quint, and this is the bloody version. You could tell that he has some just red paint applications, some dots on his face and all over his jacket and pants and everything. None on his machete, though. I'll get into that in a minute. And you could tell that with the Jaws, he has a ton of blood just all over his mouth, on his jaws, under his mouth, and just a ton of that, whilst the separate versions for both of these are completely clean, and the separate version for him comes with that tank thing, which I should be getting soon, so I could review that for you guys. But just saying that I prefer these, obviously, and you know, it is a bit pricey. It was a 2-pack for 30 bucks, while I think it's 15 for the separate shark, and maybe like $8 or $10 for Quint here, and that depends on if you buy it online or at the store or wherever. Starting off with Quint here, you could tell it has a pretty good head sculpt. I mean, I know with all these reaction figures, you know, the point is they don't really look like the actors. They're very retro style, and let me just remove his machete here. I'll get into that in a second. But actually, this one looks pretty good. It looks exactly like the actor, and granted, I don't remember what the actor's name was, but I remember how he looks. You know, he has all the sideburns and everything. He does have some blood dots on his face, on the nose, and everywhere. He does have his little mustache here, his blue bandana, which he wore in the movie. I actually wonder if he had a different color, maybe a couple of them. I don't remember. But looking at the rest of the figure, you could tell that he does have a ton of blood stains all over his green jacket, his little blue undershirt, and it's actually a different color on his pants, and I can understand why the pants are a much darker color than the jacket and undershirt, which, you know, is fine, but you could tell it's just a really nice sculpt. This guy has a very limited articulation, as, you know, that is the point. They should. I think this is kind of funny. He's like, his, like, butt moves. It's just funny looking, and he does, you know, the problem with this is that he has all this writing on the back of his legs, which I really don't like. You know, it does say Universal Studios, made in China by Funko, Super 7, I think it says, but I would prefer if that wasn't there. And I like his shoes. You can even tell they actually sculpted on some shoelaces and stuff. It's a solid blue color. Doesn't bother me. Point is, they're retro. And he does have peg holes on the bottom of the feet in case you want to display them, but you know, just, you could tell that he stands on his own just fine. As for articulation, this guy's head can move all the way around, can't really wobble or anything, which it doesn't bother me, it's a reaction figure. His arms can move all the way around, and his legs can go forward this much, basically 90 degrees to his body, and back a bit, just a little bit. You might be able to move it 90 degrees back. I'm not going to test that because this guy was expensive. As for size, this guy is in great scale with other reaction figures. I do have the Entertainment Earth exclusive Predator with a bit of blood on it. You could tell that Predator is a bit taller than Quint, as he should be. You know, the Predator's like 7 feet tall, so it's not exactly in scale, but at least they did that. And I do have them next to a NECA figure. I just decided to bring RoboCop in since that's standard size. You could tell they're half his size as they should be. And here he is next to my alpaca. Moving on to the main attraction, here is Jaws himself. Now, first of all, I want to point out great paint applications as far as the blood goes. I do like how it gets really dense around the cheeks and stuff. I found that kind of cute in a way. Even this guy is a killer, but, you know, come on, get over it. Some more dense blood here, and then some just dots and splatters across the underjaw, which I found was cool. If you're wondering, the gums, you know, they're this pitch red. I'm trying to give you guys a better look at that, but there's no, you know, serious paint applications. There's no ton or anything, and this guy is hollow inside since you can put Quint all the way inside, which I didn't expect. He has a little bit of blood on his upper teeth here, which I found kind of cool. Again, I don't know if you're seeing that well on camera, but he does have a little bit there. And what I do like, he has this little scar over his right eye, which he had in the movie, and he has really cool eyes too. They're this pitch black, a little bit metallic, and you know, he is a great white, so he does have you know, characteristics of a great white. You know, they're gray and white, obviously. So, you know, his belly is this pitch frost white along the cheeks as well, and underjaw and everything. Again, with this writing, I don't like the writing. You know, if you want to read it, you can, but it just says all his made in China stuff. He does have his gills here, which I found kind of cool. They're not painted on, they're actually sculpted on, which is always good. And just taking a look at his fins and everything, just really nice sculpting. He's not crooked, really. I mean, his fin is a little bit off. I wish it was completely straight, but it doesn't bother me. And another thing I'm not too much of a fan of, and maybe they did this on purpose, I don't know, but he has this giant line running across his back or front or wherever you wanted to call it, which, you know, it kind of bothers me, but it's not that big of a deal, especially right here, kind of just ruins it a bit. That's just for me. I'm just a little bit picky, but this guy is just so freaking cool. I do love his nose. I thought that was really cute. He does have all this wear and tear. You know, he has a couple scars here, and they're not painted on. They're actually, you know, indented. Same with a little bit on his nose here and stuff. So that's always cool. And as far as articulation goes, his mouth can move up and down. That's really it. I mean, you can go pretty far with it. He can close his mouth fully, which it kind of looks funky. I'm going to keep it open with Quint inside, but it's just cool that you can close it all the way if you want Quint all the way inside his belly. As for size, you can tell he's in great scale with his partner Quint here. I did bring the standard Marvel Legends figure. I just got Mr. Fantastic because he was right next to me, but you could tell that if you're comparing them, that Jaws is obviously a lot longer than he is as he should be. This guy is a great white, so that does make sense. And here he is next to my alpaca. Now this is the way I'm going to display it, and if I bring his little accessory in here and I could give you guys a little bit of a close look, nothing too special, nice metallic paint. It may appear on camera that the handle is brown, but it actually is the same color. It's just solid silver, and you could put it in any hand. I'll just put in this one for the hell of it right now. And it does fit nicely, it's not going to wiggle off. So now what you do is just open his mouth and place him inside and just close the jaw down however far you want Quint to go. And this just looks freaking awesome. Now Jaws can't really stand on his own. I'm going to need to put some paste on the bottom of his fin here so he'll stand like this, but the jaw holds nicely. It just looks so cool, especially with the blood effects on Quint, along with all the stuff on the cheeks and the jaws and everything looks cool. And if you want, he can actually go all the way inside. I recommend taking off or taking away this little machete here, but you don't have to. It can fit inside, and you just plop him in, and that's it. He's gone. You know, it is hollow in there. He's just floating around in there. Don't shake it. I probably just destroyed the figure, so that's just a warning. Now, one of the cooler things this guy does come with is a background of the ocean. Now, it's very plain. You know, you just have the white/blue sky with the ocean on all sides, which is cool. And I recommend putting tape on the bottom and on the side of this so it'll, you know, stay firm. And if I take Jaws over here and just put him in along with Quint or whatever, I'm not going to display it properly right now, but you can tell just by looking at that, it's just going to look really nice on your shelf. And again, if you want, you can put them back in the box. Again, you'll have to glue that little piece together because that box is definitely not collector friendly. So overall, this figure is awesome. Or figures is, I should say, because this is a 2-pack, and a brilliant 2-pack at that. I really like the blood effects on Jaws. I do like how you could put Quint inside, and I do like those blood effects on Quint as well. And it's just a really nice set. Now, for 30 bucks, it's, you know, it is pricey, I'm not gonna lie. I wish he came with a little diorama of maybe like a part of the boat at the end that was sinking. That would have been cool. Or maybe if they added Brody or Hooper or someone else, then yeah, $30 would be viable. But, you know, unfortunately, this is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, so what do you expect? You can buy the shark separately for $15 at your local Toys R Us. And by the way, I did find this one at my Toys R Us, so if you happen to come across this guy at Toys R Us, I highly recommend you pick this version up. I am going to get both because I'm obsessed with Jaws. Anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you viewers do on a daily basis, and I will see you guys in my next video.